Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show. I'm JP.
I'm Bobby Summers.
And we're bringing
bringing
opinionated conversations on a variety of topics from perspectives that really don't matter on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
What's up, everyone? This is the Everything Obsolete podcast, where the topics and views are pretty current, but the opinions are obsolete. The impeccable Jay Blaze. I am Bobby Summers. Come share our take on the world, one obsolete opinion at a time. Let's get it. So yeah, another session put together by us. Got a few things we want to hit you on the head with that's been sparking interest in our minds a little bit, not too much today. We're just gonna run some things across y'all that to us just have us fucking thinking like, what the fuck? This shit is crazy. First story, we want to start off with some current events, if not for a better phrase. But as far as it's more of a countrywide thing, if you want to, look at it in that sense. And it's the United States lottery system.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it. What do you?
Yeah.
Is it like every state has its own lottery, right? And rules and regulations. I don't know if they're all similar or if each state just has different.
Yeah, as each state has different taxes and all that. So.
Oh, yeah, taxes is one thing, but just rules in general on how to run the whole system behind the scenes.
But this story that you're talking about is about just lottery in general.
Lottery in general, which let me get right into it. So in America, and this is kind of old news. So if you're privy to it, toodles to you. But in 2023, the Americans in the United States of America, just our country, we as a whole, as an entire country, we spent over $113 billion on lottery tickets. $113 billion was put in a pot in a 12-month span by the American citizens, for the most part. I don't know how true that number is as far as American, but anybody who was in the country for 2023
and was able to purchase a lottery
exactly contributed to that 113 billion with a B, right? Like,
it's a lot of money.
That's more. As I read up on this, it just intrigued me more and more as I read a little bit more into it. It's more money than movies, books. And books, you would be like, books?
As far as what, selling?
Like we, as a whole, as a people, we buy a lot of books.
Yeah.
Sport events. I mentioned music, right? So that's including concerts and everything. Combined. Wow. We've spent more money on lottery tickets combined than anything altogether. I'm bringing this up because
extra expense.
I mean, people look at it, they say, oh, it's a waste of money. This is why the poor stay poor. This has nothing to do about, what level of economic status you are. This is just people just trying to get a buck in a dream, right? I'm looking at it a little bit more past that because as a people, we spent $113 billion. That could fix a lot of things.
Yes.
So if Americans could spend 113, or not just Americans, whoever was able to play the lotto in America in 2023.
Whatever, that money that's going towards that, every year something should be fixed with the amount of money that.
113 billion.
Yeah.
That I know that takes care of homelessness, right?
Yes. Takes care of a lot of issues, especially if you keep that kind of
health insurance, which should be free.
Yeah.
We all chip in. If we could all chip in to do some shit when you play the lotto, that's a selfish act, right?
Yeah,
you're trying to win for you.
yes. And
like,
you determine how much you want to spend on that.
that's facts.
But you're still spending money.
Oh, no doubt, whether it's $1 or $20, it don't matter. But I
So
just
if you
found
save
it.
that buck for something else and you keep saving that buck for the urge of paying lotto, you save money. Yet you're saving money. You're buying lottery tickets to hope you get something in
Something
return.
in
A lot of
return.
times you don't even get anything
That's
in
a
return. So you're
high
still
risk,
contributing
low.
money to something that has contributed billions.
This is going to sound wrong when you reference it to what we're talking about, but high risk, low reward. I don't know if that's if it equates to what I'm saying, because it's you're not risking much if you spend the buck to get the reward. That's
Oh, of course.
But how many times in the year did you gamble that buck?
Yes.
Did you play every week for 52 weeks? That's at least $52. So you contributed $52 for the year. And for the most part, I don't think people only pay $1. Not that you play every week. I doubt everybody pays every week, but I bet more people spend more than $1 when they do play. And here's the kicker to that. It's expected that in the year 2024, that $113 billion number is going to skyrocket.
Of course.
They're talking in the range of $5 billion. Yo, $5 billion more than.
Because the pot gets bigger too.
So they're
people
looking at like
wanna
what,
pay
118 billion, almost 119 billion. Like that's what we're willing as a people are willing to spend over the year. Not that we're noticing that we're doing all of this, but it caught my eye once I read it. I was like, oh, I got to bring this up. This is crazy. Right? Like what the things that can happen in America with $113 billion is crazy. I don't, whatever the number is.
And that was just based on what? A 1 year?
2023.
Yeah. So imagine if we did that every year and that money, you know what I'm
Went to
saying?
something besides the chance to win.
Yeah.
Because it's not always a big,
Pot, yeah.
but when the pot gets high, that's when people
That's
go.
when everybody's diving in
Yeah.
and throwing whatever they have spare or not spared to spend on it.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
I'm just like,
I just thought it was mad interesting. I was like, hold on, like we need to talk about this, because it says like a Powerball ticket is $2 and it's available in 45 states. So like everybody is playing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like especially when you see it at 500 million, 200 million.
yeah, when the pot is big, it's when people just.
You know what I mean? Like it grows, it grows every time it's not one, but 113 billion? 113 billion was spent, but out of that 113 billion, there were winners at some point. So did they get that? No, but did they get the cut was from that 113 billion?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not quite sure either, but I would suspect that
After,
it is.
I wouldn't think after. I think it's probably a contribute.
Yeah, so the 113 billion, all the winners that won in 2023, they kind of won money from that 113 billion pot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, but there was some big winners out there.
Yeah, and the amount of investment, that's obviously the most important part of the story, right? Like the amount of money that was invested in to get that pot to be that high.
For some of them, because not every pot is, once it wins, it drops down to like 20,
No, but just
30
the
million.
number you gave, like it.
Oh, 100.
Yeah.
Out of the 113 billion. Yeah, I mean, if somebody won 800 million, there's still $112 billion left over. Like, what the? That's incredible. So we wanted to bring that throw that on y'all, start the show off with some lottery hopes and dreams and shit. We're sure to play. I think it's as we talk here now in 2024. Because remember, we were talking about the 2023 year. So 2024, like I said, they're estimating.
Yeah, because I think if it's already gone kind of big in the new year, right? The pot has gone big.
A couple of times already. I mean, I think somebody recently won, though, like when they reached like around the 600, 700 mark.
Yeah.
I think that was the one time for 2024. and somebody won it. And now now that I'm thinking about it, I think right now it's like at 80 to 100 million. So I guess it started all over from somebody must have won when it was like 100 million or something.
And that could
But
both.
just thinking about the 2023
Like both,
year,
like Powerball and Mega. You talking about
just no, yeah, on lottery tickets itself, just lottery in general.
Oh, okay.
113 billion. But we'll try to stay on top of that on some funny shit like for the 2024 year. We'll let you know about that in the future. But that's how we want to start the show off for y'all on some interesting shit like that. We gonna switch it up and get into our sports world because we love our sports. So we're gonna transition over to that. I know in a couple of episodes ago we were pretty happy that the boxing was about to jump back off again
Yes.
with your boy Jake.
Well, what was that ranked anyway? That's not
Well,
heavyweight. Or
yeah, it was.
It was, okay.
Tyson.
Yeah.
Tyson's a heavyweight champion of the world. So the Tyson Jake Paul fight that we were so pretty happy that was coming about in the future. I think it was going to come out in July. Yeah,
Yes.
in July, has been officially postponed. Do you know why? I
Health
think
conditions.
for Mr. Tyson, right? Iron Mike had like a little scare, little situation. It wasn't nothing that was gonna make him,
No, I think the incident happened like on an airplane, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yeah, it was just
He could have been dehydrated coming from working out. It could have been anything.
Yeah, but yeah.
But
So
to be,
it's
I mean, if
due
we want to get,
for him,
it was definitely health
Yeah.
related, right? So
obviously you want him to be healthy. It wouldn't be fair not to be. But yeah.
it was for July 20th fight. That's what and it was supposed to be in Vegas.
I believe so. So that would already, yeah.
Would have been what?
No, it would have been already like definite time and
Oh,
advertisement and
absolutely, that'd have been crazy.
Yeah, because up to leading to before that, it was just pretty much like them obviously knowing that was going to happen and then training.
Of course, I mean they were all training already, big time, both of them. So from what I understand, Jake was from like I heard Jake was. I'm gonna stay on top of this too because Jake is still young. Like he could just jump into another fight. So if and when he does, I'll bring that up on the next episode.
Between the postponement.
Yeah. So because he was a little. I think he put something up on the media, being just mentioning that it was postponed and he was a little heartbroken, but it's all good. Like
Yeah.
Tyson was like, look, we can do this, but we can't just do it now, and stuff to that nature. So it wasn't like any bad blood or anything. But you know what I mean? Like, oh, no, we don't want to fight. No contract situations. No.
No, because it's obviously something serious that has to do with someone's health condition. So you're not gonna.
So I think the last what I saw was his brother saying, "Hey, I'll fight you for like." If you really want to fight for that during that time frame, we could set up a fight with us, and I mean,
Brother to brother.
Yeah, like telling him like, hey, like I mean, this is bound to happen anyway. So if I have to step up, I will. So that was like the last, but I don't think
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did, but they didn't do anything to make that official. But he just put that out there to his brother. Yeah, he just spoke to his brother like that out in the open. So. I mean, because we were big on it, like we were ready for that. Like that would have been.
Because I haven't seen no heavyweight fight in a long time.
Well, there's been boxing.
Oh yeah. That's
So and for sure, I know the. You know what? I know I'll get interesting information as far as staying privy and on top of what the postponement, because Ryan Garcia is about to have a fight. So, matter of fact, yeah. He did have his fight already.
Isn't he suspended?
No. They were talking. The fight already happened, and then he was tested and everything was fine. And then they had the fight. He won, and now it's been some time after the fight, and they tested him again. and he's like everything that they so I'm there with that story right there. So, but I'm just as far as there is still boxing going on, it's just that for you, Jay Blaze, I know Tyson is going to grab your ears real quick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So opposed to these other names, because I know you don't know every single name like that. I don't even know every single name like that, but I know a lot of the dudes that are boxing. So there is stuff still going on. It's just that you're not jumping on it like that. You're not, you know what I mean? So it feels like boxing is at a low for you. But there's shit going on. There's heavy boxing going on.
But
You know what I mean? So, but we'll stay on top of that.
yeah.
We'll see what happens with Jake Paul, who he's gonna fight. And you know what? Now that we mentioned Ryan Garcia, we'll touch base on what happened to him, and see what happens. His situation. So, with that being said, like we're gonna let's jump into our before I even finish that, from what I'm understanding, if the fight with Tyson continues, if the fight continues, it'll be rescheduled for November 15th.
Before Thanksgiving.
So again, I think we're on the right track by saying it was definitely postponed. It wasn't canceled.
Yes.
Mike just had a situation. He wanted to make sure he nipped it in the bud. He did.
Yeah,
and from what I understand, they rescheduled it for November 15th. So that's the end of the year, fourth quarter fight, so we got something to look forward to by the end of 2024 going into 2025. That's awesome. But Jake is not going to go without a fight between then all the way.
Especially knowing now.
And he's a young dude. He's going to get his bread. And he's an eager fighter. He want to fight. You know what I mean? So we'll touch more on that as far as his situation, who's he going to fight next, and but let's jump into one of our favorite sports, because that's all what's going on right now. We don't got no football. We don't got, you know what I mean? But we're not going to just go into basketball. We're going to stick in the WNBA topic of the world, because we still got the NBA, still got its finals going on. And big thing with us, if you haven't known, we like to let shit saturate.
Yeah.
We like to let the story develop and let everybody, me and Jay, we kind of just sit back, like we throw our sunshades on, you know what I mean? We grab our little margarita or something like that, and we sit back and we just cross our legs and we look at each other, and we be on some, oh shit, look at all this shit. Shit, should we get some popcorn? Boom, boom, boom. And we let all of that, we let the dust settle. You understand? So it's like, once the dust settles in the NBA finals, we'll jump on it, because I already know she's feeling a certain way, because it's going to be a green summer. I mean, that's pretty much what it's going to be. But we're going to stick to the WNBA, and it's not just about the WNBA season. We're going to jump right into the WNBA Olympic team selection. We're being real specific. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm gonna just run you down what the team selection is, because it was a big deal, I mean, to some people. So let's start it off with the team selection of the WNBA's Olympic team. Who's gonna represent us for that goal? So we got a bunch of big names. If you're not a WNBA follower, then you might not know. But these are big names that put in work.
Yeah.
Put in work, right? So we got Nafisa Collier, and we're gonna come back to her because she's doing big things for women's basketball. We got Khalil Copper. We got the point guard herself, Chelsea Gray. We got BG in the middle, Brittany Griner. Welcome back. We got Sabrina Ionescu. We got Joelle Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Kelsey Plum. That's my girl. We got Breonna Stewart. We got the GOAT, Diana Taurasi. Alyssa Thomas, who's probably going to be a first-time Hall of Famer, like, immediately, along with Asia Wilson. So I'm mentioning nothing but people that are literally going to be first-time ballots in the Hall of Fame. Jackie Young. We got coaches like Cheryl Reeve and Kara Lawson and Johnny Taylor and Mike Dibble. Like, these are all like Hall of Fame people coaching them and players. The team is
Stacked.
stacked. So I love that you pulled. I love that you pulled it up right here. It made it so much simpler. But the big deal about it was there was a particular name that everyone pretty much thought was going to be on it, like automatically.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure you know the name that's not there.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark. But because she's a rookie.
I mean, I don't know if it has to do with being a rookie, but I mean, every business-minded person is going to be like, who's in charge of the committee?
Well, to my knowledge, that these, obviously, getting a group of women to play on a roster like this is not something that's done in a month or two.
Oh, absolutely not.
So obviously, this was well thought of and well picked, and it takes practice and time to get those, that organization part of that tournament together. So it takes a couple of years. So obviously Caitlin Clark was not part of that. She wasn't even part of the WNBA then. So it's only right that those women who've already accomplished so much get the right to be in this event.
I mean, they don't necessarily have to have been Hall of Famers. Thank God we do have all of them.
No,
I'm not
but
saying
they've had years in the WNBA to put themselves on that list. And they've had to go through training camp just to see if they're fit to even, you know what I'm saying? There's camps that they have to do.
For the Olympics.
Yes.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
All those women had to
100.
go through, yes.
And did Caitlin do that?
No, because she wasn't in the WNBA then.
It's very simple science.
Yes.
Simple science. But like I was saying, business-minded people behind the scenes and famous people that are business-minded, that love the sport as much as we kind of love the sport, they'll be like, wait a minute. But like, she's younger, she plays just as good as probably anybody that we just listed on it. Okay, that might be true.
Right.
But why do you want her on the team? Your number one argument would be to push the game forward.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Of course.
But as a business-minded person, you're thinking of marketing. The people that are putting this team together, it's not about marketing, everybody.
No.
Well, what's the number one goal?
To win the championship.
So not the championship.
Well,
to win the what? What do you win in the Olympics?
A gold medal.
A gold medal. The point of all of this is to win a gold medal. I'm not saying Caitlin doesn't fit the pedigree. She does. But the reason why most people want her on the team is for marketing. Right about now, fuck marketing, bro. We're trying to bring home the gold. And the women know exactly what the men are doing.
Yeah.
And they see the team that the men are putting together. They're like, okay, we need to make this a him and her thing. So they're sending their most dominant players. In the NBA right now, there's like 5 other people that should be going to the Olympics right now instead of LeBron, Steph, KD. Although Steph didn't do the actual Olympics, he did the championship, the World Championship games. He didn't do the Olympic games.
Right.
But that was part of his life. That was his story. You know what I mean? LeBron, this is like his 4th or 5th Olympics. KD, this is like his 2nd, 3rd Olympics. His 3rd or 4th Olympics. Bam Adebayo, this is his 2nd. I'm not saying Bam shouldn't be there but I'm saying there's younger dudes that could be there besides
Well-deserved,
that are well deserved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what did the NBA do? They go, oh, these dudes are on their last hurrah and they're still playing at their highest level. Let them be the ones to go get it because they're going to dominate and bring home the gold because we didn't get the gold, right? The women are on a gold streak. I think the women have continued. If I'm wrong, don't slice the head off. But if I'm not mistaken, the women have still they're winning gold all, when they're out there. They're going to keep that trend. Because Caitlin Clark, I don't like to hear about, oh, she has many years ahead of her. You don't never know if you're gonna make it to the Olympics. Health issues, life in general. You know what I mean? Like you don't never know. So if this was her moment, cool. But again, the business-minded person is thinking about marketing, and the committee is thinking about the gold medal.
Of course,
they're not thinking about the WNBA. The Olympics is not the WNBA. You know what I mean? Yeah. They could help push the game forward.
Right.
But this is about the country winning the gold medal.
Yeah, it stands for a little.
And yes, I want Caitlin Clark to be a part of that. And not for nothing, if she would have made the team, she would have been the youngest person. She would have been it would have been a sponge moment for her. She would have been to suck pause all this information up from the greats. But you know what? She could also do that at the All-Star game. This year, she could get some knowledge. If she opens her mouth and talks, she'll get the information she needs. Because I also heard the retired Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi talking during the championship at the NCAA this year, and they were talking with Kelsey Plum. And Kelsey was like, a lot of these kids don't reach out to us and just talk, not knowing that if they just did, we are very willing to give them the information. Right. You know what I mean? They just not all of them do. They don't rely
on each other.
You know what I mean? They don't really reach out like that.
There's a certain group that does.
So I hope the younger, if anybody hears this, if any of this touches their ears, go hit these goats up. Diana Taurasi, yeah, she might be an asshole on the court, but she got 3 rings to back it up. She got like 4 or 5 gold medals to back it up. Like, talk to her, because she ain't gonna be here forever. Like, talk to her now. Like, I ain't even talking about giving her flowers. Just get the information of how to ball in the W from the people that have done it for 20 years, 10 years. Like, if you're not trying to talk to Asia Wilson, something got to be wrong with you, bro.
Yeah.
You got to be in her mind, like, period.
Yeah.
So, again, I don't have no quirks or fights or issues with Caitlin Clark not being on the Olympics for a marketing standpoint. Fuck that. We're trying to win the gold, bro. So, again, she fit the script. But if you look at it in the WNBA, if you look at it in the NBA, there's dudes that fit the script too. But they're gonna have to wait because the OGs
are still on top of their game,
and they growl a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They want it.
We know when the fanciness is not about fanciness right now, bro. We here to growl and bite.
Yeah. Like anyone who's impactful in their organization, their game, their stats, and growth and stuff.
I like that because Bam Adebayo told everybody, it was already from who he got to speak with. He said, yo, the Olympics is not like you with your team, bro. Like, you're playing with...
It's a different league.
No, but he said it like this. He said some shit like, you see who's that? That's KD. KD is shooting the ball 15 times, bro. You not. Don't think that you're going to be the one shooting 15 times in the Olympics. That's Kevin Durant right there, bro. You're not shooting the ball 15 times. Yeah. You know what I mean? Unless he wants you to. And he's not going to say it. He's not, if he's heard that, he'd be like, chill, Bam, I'm not like that. You know what I mean? Like, no, we're going to win this together. But Bam is just letting people that never been to the Olympics know, my man, that's the man.
Right.
Like, You see that dude right there? That's Steph.
That's in charge.
That's Steph
They're
Curry.
in charge, yeah.
Like, if he shoots the ball 15 times, you rebound every time he misses and don't say a word.
Right.
And that's how we win the gold.
Contribution.
Yeah. Like, we don't need you. Oh, you scored 20, 25 with your squad? We don't need 20, 25 from you. You know what I mean? You get 4 assists with your squad. We need you to get 7 assists with us. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Or like, because scoring ain't gonna be the issue. It's everybody got to play defense.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's gonna be the
Because you're
issue.
gonna play with all different type of people.
You know what I mean? It's
a different mindset
and different environment.
Yeah.
And the rules
are different.
The rules fuck niggas up for us because we're so trained and we're so laser focused on our shit. Like,
militant.
We're militant in our way. And then when we go over there, it's like sloppy. Niggas is all loose. You're like, you get stuck in limbo.
I'm restricted and you're loose, and I'm still getting called.
Yeah. So, and the younger dudes, you know, they'll get frustrated quick.
You gain knowledge. That's the purpose of that.
So the WNBA, I think they did the right thing. As much as I wanted Caitlyn to rock, but I also want her to rock with her girls and her squad. As much as I want her to play with older dudes, women, I also want her to play in the Olympics with teammates that are her from her era.
Right.
And go create something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, let them get their names. Like, you know, even though I want them to pick brains from the older, but I also want them to grow together. So she needs to be in the Olympics with Angel Reese and, you know, big the names like that. And who else? Who else is out there?
Cameron
Brinks, who, thank you for bringing her up, man. So if you don't know, she popped the ACL. So she made the Olympics team too, but she made the 3-on-3 Olympics. So she will be out. She's probably going to miss most of next year because she popped it maybe a couple of weeks ago. Or not about a week ago, maybe almost 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So that's at least an 8-month process. So she's going to go into next year trying to make it for the season. God knows how. She'll probably come after the All-Star game next year.
Yeah.
If anything. So, you know, prayers up for her, you know, the ACL, you know, when you're a young athlete and all you do is ball and sports is your life, like she's in her moment. I'm pretty sure her god brother has spoken to her already for
consoling her.
I wouldn't be surprised if Klay Thompson reached out to her. I wouldn't be surprised if Paul George reached out to her. I wouldn't be surprised if KD reached out to her. You know what I mean? All the people that have already...
even Jimmy Butler,
Jimmy Butler. I'm guaranteeing Jimmy Butler. That's a guarantee. Steph and Butler are a guarantee. All the other ones, I'm just pretty sure they reached out like, you good. You know, you 20. Don't go too hard on yourself. Eat some penne. You be good. Ashley Curry? Aisha Curry. I'm sorry I got your name wrong, girl. Don't beat me up, girl.
Oh my God.
Make us some penne and some pork chops and some what you just had for breakfast. But they ran out of it. So you went with chicken.
Oh, it was penne. That was
but what they call carnitas.
Yeah.
You know, make us some carnitas. You know, she need about a good 23 pounds. And she gonna be fucking killing it. Of muscle.
She'll get through with technology now.
Oh yeah.
And she's young, she'll heal.
And I like her mindset.
Yeah.
So I know she's gonna, you know what I mean?
Because
she's so girly in interview. I'm talking about when I see her on podcasts and before, she's such a lady. And on the court,
she's in a uniform,
she got her braids on with and she's all wrapped up. Like she's like a different dude on the court. So I like it because I like the transition. Like it's 2 different breaks, baby.
That's business, and then that's
personal is personal. Yeah, business will be on the court, right? Yeah. So I like you know, and she was finding herself. You know what I mean? So it's sad for her to pop her ACL. So thank you for bringing her up because I almost forgot to talk about her. Staying with the WNBA, I got some interesting news that I don't know everybody knows about, but two fellow Olympians for the WNBA that they're going to represent us in the Olympics, by the name of Breanna Stewart, and let me get her name right because I don't want to mess it up, and Nafisa Collier. Get these names right, people. Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart. If you don't know these two women, you must be under a rock because they are very good at their craft, right? They pretty much have mastered their craft. These two women are on two separate teams in the W, but will represent America for the Olympics. They have come together, these two women, and have created a women's 3-on-3 professional league, a la Ice Cube's Big Three.
Yes.
They made their own 3v3 women's professional league out of their own pocket. They've come together and out of their own pocket created this league, and it's said to be the first women's professional competition for basketball to pay their employees 6 digits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So for the first time, women will be paid $100,000 plus. Because if you don't know, in the W, I think the average salary is somewhere about 80 G's a year. So keeping that in mind, this is why Caitlin Clark's impact on the W was such a big deal via the W and the Olympics, because it's all about marketing, and you need more of that to get these women's pay increased because they deserve it. They should be already making millions. It's just easy science. If men are making 300, the women should be making around that same thing too. You know what I mean? So it is 2024, and just sports in general is such a big money revenue. Like money is just rolling in sports. Like why isn't the W picking up? Like, it's been 27 years, but these girls, they created it, and as of January 2025, it'll be a new women's league for sure. I don't know if it has anything to do with the W. I think it's a separate league that will be in
just like
competition, because the NBA. Say that again.
Ice Cube's Big Three doesn't have anything to do with the
No,
NBA.
he has a thing. Him and the NBA, they kind of like clash.
Yeah, of course.
Because he feels like they don't back him up, and he's not trying to step on toes. But I feel like the NBA feels like that's something that will eventually step on their toes. So I don't see how this women's league, it won't be the same towards the WNBA. The WNBA is probably going to have nothing to do with it because they don't want any toes stepped on.
Right.
So, I just found it very intriguing because it's due to start, and many WNBA players have already said they will play in this 3-on-3 league.
Well,
so
because they're trying to make money. It's about
100%.
If they get paid more here than you do.
No, they're not going to leave the W.
No. But I'm saying.
Which also, I'm sorry to cut you off, which also means that it's starting after the season or before the season starts.
Right.
So it's not colliding. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Big Three. The Big Three doesn't collide with the NBA.
Right.
So I don't understand why the NBA doesn't back it up, because most of its ex-NBA players play in it.
Yes.
So why I think it's just easy science. I don't. It says it's Collier told the Associated Press that it's really important to them. Compensation is a huge part of unrivaled as a league and a business. All the players in this first year will have equity in the league. So Breanna and Nafisa, for the first year that their league exists, they're basically giving every single player stock in the league. This is unprecedented.
It's a new way of
I hope this part of our fucking pod goes viral. Like, somebody needs to hear this. Stephen A. Shanae. What's my other girl? Monica McNutt. Please. I know you guys know about this. Hit the Everything Obsolete podcast up, man. We're not a big name brand, man. We normal people. Just Zoom call us and we could talk about, this is y'all sport. Y'all guys put the work in for this sport. Y'all did your time. Look what these two women are doing. This is unprecedented, right? Stewart went along to say it's amazing not only for the salaries to be similar or more than your WNBA salary, but to be able to build brand partnerships that can't come into the W or the NBA, because the NBA doesn't let. The players have already spoken about that too in the NBA, how I think Chris Paul said if he was commissioner for the day, the first thing he would do was let the players have stock in the team that they play for.
Oh, yes.
He said that over the summer. So yeah, she said it's more than just an initial salary, but showing these companies who you are as a player. I mean, these women are, they're not stupid, bro. They know what the fuck they're talking about. And I love it. Bro. Like, are you trying to play it? Like, don't try to, like, you're not going to, we have to create. Yeah. You're not going to allow, then we have to create.
Right.
And it's not to bash you, because we love what you were doing. You gave us opportunity. We love what's so happening over here, but we need to create more opportunity. So, with all of that, I needed to bring this up.
Ideas with other players, of women, what they want in the league, what they want the league to look like in the future. So that's all has to do with it.
I guess this is even though they created it. It says Stewart said that the compensation was key for players, as that's basically what Nafisa said as well. Yeah. She said the average WNBA base salary is about $130,000. With the top stars able to earn more than $500,000 through salary, marketing agreements, and in-season tournament and bonuses. Because the WNBA has the in-season tournament. Yes. So,
but you have to get to those things. Those are incentives of, extra stuff.
So the league, it was announced last summer, it will run for 8 weeks with 30 players divided into 6 teams. The squad will play 2 games a week, with the contest taking place on a court about 2/3 the size of a WNBA court. Right. The teams will stay the same throughout the season. Games will be 4 quarters, with less time than even a WNBA game. So it's less. Unrivaled President Alex Bazell said that the rules will be released at a later date. So I guess the name of this league is the Unrivaled League, the Unrivaled 3-on-3 League. And it's moving and it's coming. January 2025 is going to be here. So
the right direction.
The rosters will be announced at a later date as well. A few WNBA stars as of now have already signed on, with others saying that they're down to play. So this is just a good look. I don't know, all for women's basketball. So it's all good, man. And I wanted to make sure the pod spoke about that, man, because 27 years is a long time, but it's also feels like yesterday, 1997.
Because I feel like it's now starting to really
take a hold of people. Outside of the W, like fans.
Yes.
Like there's a fandom, and we went to a game pretty recently, and like people showed up and showed out. I mean,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but we still want to see one day where it packs a house just like the NBA.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like 18 to 20,000. Yeah, so that's a good look. So that's our sports take for this episode. And we're gonna go back into a current event to wrap up the episode. Which I don't know if you saw the headline that I put, but this might take you a little bit sideways a little bit. I got something for Jay Blaze today, y'all. Give me 1 second.
No sex questions.
No, not today. Here's what I got for Jay Blaze. A couple of weeks ago, a woman was found dead inside the belly of a 16-foot python.
What was this?
In Indonesia.
Oh.
Swallowed whole.
Was
So
she killed before you swallowed them?
I will hit you with some information. She was found swallowed whole in the belly of a snake in Indonesia. She was 45 years old.
Oh my God.
And she hadn't come home after going for a walk on a night walk. Her husband and the community members found her Friday inside a 16-foot python.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The group cut open the snake's stomach and found the woman inside. So they probably walked when they were searching for her.
Yeah,
they bumped into the snake and they could see the odd shape of the body breaking down. So like, you know when a snake eats, you can see.
Yeah. The body is.
They ran up on the snake. Indonesia, they don't really give a fuck about shit like that. Right. They slipped the snake open and found her, dead inside the snake. She was a mother of 4, and it's the 5th time a person was eaten by a python in Indonesia since 2017.
Oh, that's happening way too often.
I find some shit, y'all. This is what I want to bring to Jay Blaze's attention.
That's way too close together. I'm sorry.
Like, what do you mean?
The amount of people, the amount
from
of years. 2017
to.
There's an issue there. There's like.
Well, in Indonesia, shit is, them niggas have probably like pets, lions and tigers and
bears. No,
oh my.
I'm just. No.
Like, but
that's too common, like, for it to happen.
But the one that got her was 16 feet long. When I saw this pull up on it didn't pull up on my feed. It came up on my news or like my news report. And I was like,
worldwide news.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, let me hit Jay Blaze with this one. And so I was waiting for an episode. What you think about?
That's disgusting.
I mean, that's like a good 7 years. So that's almost one a year, and that's for the ones who they know of.
Right, there's probably some that haven't been found or even thought of. Like,
so I'm wrapping this episode up. Awesome.
Nasty
snake python.
I mean, tragedy because she's a woman with 4 kids, married. But I mean, oh my God.
45 years old. She wasn't old. She's in our time, man. She's right there with us. You know what I mean? So I'm wrapping this Indonesia snake incident up on that one, bro. This is the Everything Obsolete podcast. I want to thank y'all for even listening, watching, anything you do. Yeah. That's Jay Blaze. I'm Bobby Summers.
Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, and share buttons. Follow us on socials. Also available on all platforms. See you next, where no topics are safe on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
The opinions and views of this podcast are strictly those of the host and guests and should not be replaced for help seeked out by individuals.